Cachet, and you're listening to Tech This, the podcast covering how technology is drastically improving the private and public sector in 2021 and beyond. I'm super excited today to bring our third installment with our special guest and BrightSign sales manager, Tim Chluda, to talk about digital signage and media players' role in enterprise. Hey, Tim, how are you?
I'm great, Kaylee. Thanks for having me today.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. As we've been locked down for a year, I can't help but look around and take notice to all the local signage. Storefront signs, neon signs, and posters and more have always served a fixed aesthetic purpose in urban planning. With digital signage provided by BrightSign, we can say so much more and do so much more in these times of heightened focus on public health. How has BrightSign utilized digital signage to help businesses navigate the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, so we kind of sprang to action pretty quickly last year. About this time to get some really cool COVID-related solutions for our customers. As you mentioned, the digital signage industry obviously is informational based. A lot of stuff's in retail, maybe corporate communications, but I think the industry as a whole really sprung to action to help people navigate stores that were open. Doctor offices, places that needed, maybe, people count in stores and things like that. And we have those solutions as well. So, the BrightSign media players can work with a partner of ours called Blue Fox, where we're able to count the number of people via their phones, and they don't even have to be logged in or to an app or opted in. This Blue Fox software is really cool, and it counts the number of people that are in a store at a certain time. If to reach that limit, it would send a trigger to a BrightSign player connected to a display, maybe at the front of the store or the entrance, to say, "Hey, look, sorry, would you mind waiting for a few minutes because we're at our capacity right now?" And stuff like that, really helped get information to people that and stores and businesses that were just trying to open and work within the framework of the COVID.
That's awesome. That seems like a perfect business solution for public monitoring and effective signaling as we kind of navigate this current health climate, especially for the businesses themselves and just to heighten the user experience. It also seems like a fantastic way to heighten the user experience in a touchless way. So what other kind of touchless innovations has BrightSign integrated into its media players to enhance that user experience?
Yeah, again, we, in addition to the kind of the people count that with Blue Fox as a partner that we have, our engineers and software engineers got together some really cool touchless solutions here. So, obviously, and even going forward, people might touch screens less, so we thought of that. And we were able to, just with any of our BrightSign players, so long as they have a Wi-Fi module in them, we have 3 separate, really easy to deploy solutions. One is called BrightLink, which links your phone or the customer's phone to a touchscreen. So instead of going and touching the touchscreen, they're able to have that touchscreen, those touchscreen events populate on their phone and interact with the screen that way. So, as you probably have seen in Best Buy and large big box stores, there's touchscreens everywhere, whether it's wayfinding or product information. Now this can be done from a customer's phone without having them worry about, having to interact or touch, public displays and things like that. The other thing we have, which, we had well before COVID, is something called Bright Voice. And this is something that's really neat. And what you're able to do with the BrightSign players, these are using either our XD or XT players, can interact with an offline voice-activated in-store experience. We have this rolled out in Verizon stores and Best Buy stores right now. And so a customer can go up just like an Alexa, say a wake word, and can be prompted via a screen to say, this display can interact with lighting. This display can interact with what product we're selling. So it can be a nailed down environment where someone isn't going to go just ask for where's the next pizza, the closest pizza place. So it's really nice that retailers are able to use this Bright Voice feature and software that we have on our players to from interact and show people what a product can do without having to touch anything.
Yeah. I also love how intergenerationally useful that is. Throughout my time just in life, I've definitely seen that the voice activated assistants such as Alexa or Siri are really, really becoming popular among older generations as well. It's definitely harder for people to use things on a screen. They don't exactly know how to navigate it. So I think that's an amazing partnership that brings together just an innovative way to engage customers, is sanitary, and also kind of reduces carbon emissions in a sense. You're not having to wipe down things all the time. You're able to, use your voice or bring it to your own electronic device. And honestly, that's something I could see them installing across every drive-through in America or every store eventually.
Yeah, people are so used to using their phones, talking to their phones, talking to Alexa, talking to these various things, that it's just a natural way to communicate with really anything now. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and communication is so important, as we all know. Speaking of which, across the world, travel and face-to-face communication and interactions are constricted for the time being. B2B businesses have had to find alternative ways to reach their audiences and showcase their products. So how has BrightSign mitigated that distance and been connecting with customers during this time?
Yeah, so our marketing folks and product folks came up with a really, we've always had in our HQ kind of a showroom. It's a pretty big office area within our headquarters over in Los Gatos, California. And we had, different, our marketing folks would go in and put in different displays that, either we're working on, or maybe they might be a proof of concept or something that we would use in a trade show. So what we've done is we've created a BrightSign virtual showroom now, and it really is impactful. It's we have most of what we used to have in our trade shows, but all of those displays and all of those demos have been upgraded, and anything from lift and touch to Bright Voice to the Bright Link, a lot of the COVID features that we were talking about a few minutes ago, those are all in there. And our marketing manager, Karen Four, can set up a time, and I can set up a time with any customer, any of yours, or anyone that wants to take a look at the types of things that BrightSign media players can do. And she walks you through in real time. There's a high def camera that follows her around, and she just gives you a tour of the types of things, the types of features that we offer, and different product demos that we can show.
That's awesome. And it's so available to everyone, which makes it just innovative and easy to use, which is amazing.
Yeah.
There's been an uptake in digital signage, as you know, working at BrightSign and media players as a leading solution for retail businesses, museums, and more over the past decade for its dynamic factors. So you've obviously kind of gone over Bright Voice and Bright Link and all these amazing key differentiators that BrightSign brings to the table. What are some other key differentiators between BrightSign and its competitors that you maybe want to point out to our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So, BrightSign has been around for a very, very long time. We're going on 17 years, I believe. Or actually, it's longer than that. 2002 is when we were founded by Anthony Wood, our founder. And what has driven our rise to success has been really our reliability and our flexibility. The BrightSign players, these are not Windows-based; these are not PCs, and that is by design. So the reliability on these is extremely high. This is the kind of media player hardware that you can set out in deployment and not have to worry about rolling trucks. The other side of that is our flexibility. We have the ability to use not only our own software, our own content management system, but we have integrated over the last 4 or 5 years with over 100 different third-party content management software solutions out there. All of the big ones you've heard of, from Navorian AppSpace, Signage Live, Tightrope, Triple Play, onto smaller ones that kind of have niche customers. Those folks like our hardware. They wanted to get away from PCs and some of the unknowns that come with that, and some of the reliability issues that come with PCs. and, just standardize on a really good piece of hardware. So that's, that kind of high flexibility and high reliability is what really drives everything, and keeps us, really high and actually the leader in the digital sign media player market.
It's awesome. Yeah, that neutrality of hardware definitely seems like a huge plus for any kind of customer or small to mid-sized or to large business that really just needs these COVID safe solutions. And even beyond the pandemic, just wants more contactless solutions in general, because that's definitely the direction that we're moving.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, that's going to be, everyone talks about the new normal. I think touchless is going to have, use cases forward. I don't think we're going to go back too far, too much, to going right back to touchscreens and things like that. So it's good to be on the forefront of that kind of technology, because I think that's just what's going to be the future now.
Absolutely. There's no going back at this point. There's only forward.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for your time today and sharing with us how digital signage is changing the business's interactions with customers and becoming a more sanitary and forward-thinking option for small to mid-sized businesses and beyond. So, yeah, any last words or upcoming events that you want to highlight on?
No, I just say, reach out to our, great partners here at Strategic Communications. You guys have been with us a long time, many years, and done a lot of good projects with us. So I appreciate the partnership that we have with you. I would just say, check out our website. There's a lot. Their free software is there, and a lot of really nice case studies and other great information that you can, rely on, that your customers can rely on to learn more about BrightSign.
Awesome. And we love partnering with you guys, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. It was so nice talking to you today, and I'll see you soon. Catch us next time on Tech This.
Thanks, Kaylee.